you'll be sorry.
In Mountain View, San Mateo, Union City, Dublin, and San Rafael. Video only.
Semper Solaris goes out of their way to hire vets and gives back to the community through their Semper Cares initiative.
We decided to give back to the vets because John comes from a military family. I'm a vet. We have a lot of vets that work for us, so it's kind of our whole mantra. It's kind of our whole thing.
We're doing more than just running a solar company. We're trying to help people as much as we can.
I didn't believe it was true at first, I thought, just to be clear, you're not messing me, right? You guys are here now, so clearly it's the real.
I feel that it's very important to give back to the veterans. With solar, this is one of the ways that he can be independent.
It's free, and it's from us, and we love you.
The things that really stand out to me are duty and loyalty and respect, and I think we exhibit all of those every day in everything that we do.
Anytime you help veterans move forward, it's an awesome feeling that actually somebody's out there watching over us, old guys like we. It's just awesome.
Declare your energy independence with solar plus battery storage from local and veteran-owned Semper Solaris. Nominate a deserving veteran today. Go solar American style. Call or visit sempersolaris.com today.
This is an important notice to consumers facing $10,000 or more in credit card debt, medical bills, or other unsecured debt. You may not be required to pay it all back because there are special programs now in effect that will significantly reduce the amount you will owe if you qualify. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. These programs, which the credit card companies like to keep secret, exist to aid American consumers struggling with overwhelming credit card debt by offering tremendous savings and real debt relief. Accredited Debt Relief has established a special hotline for you to call and learn what savings you qualify for. They've helped qualify consumers with over $1 billion in debt and are A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. So don't wait. Get the relief you need during these hard economic times. For this free information, call the Accredited Debt Relief Hotline now. Call 800-663-1313. 800-663-1313. That's 800-663-1313.
Traffic and weather together on KUCBS. Checking your drive around the Bay Area. Here's Carolyn.
And we'll start out on that East Shore Freeway. You're really backed up and bogged down on westbound Interstate 80. That starts right around Buchanan Street there. And it continues until you get to the Berkeley curve. It's that right-hand turn as you start making your way to the toll plaza. Eastbound 80, that too is pretty sluggish as you make your way off of 580, the westbound direction. It continues until University Avenue. That's where you get back up into speed. And if you're heading into San Francisco, no backup in the Bay Bridge toll plaza. The metering lights, though, are on. And just a slight delay as you merge onto the span there. Cruising on into the city until you get into that 5th Street off-ramp there. You remain a little sluggish till just after that merge with southbound Highway 101. Your next traffic update is at 4:08 on the Traffic Leader, KCBS.
Bright, sunshiny day, mild temperatures, upper 50s to mid-60s. The clouds start to return to the Bay Area tomorrow with a slight chance of rain the next few days. Saturday, December 23rd, 2023, coming up on KCBS.
I'm Michael Wald. As Oakland closes in on a new police chief, the city's NAACP says the process is selecting the finalists has been too secretive.
I'm Jennifer Hodges with more on the technology that allows scientists to see how a major event can disrupt public transportation in an entire city.
And President Biden spoke with Israel's Prime Minister Netanyahu earlier today. Good afternoon. I'm Liz St. John. CBS News covers the world next. When you need to know, KBBS AM, KFRC FM, and HD1, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, and Odyssey Station. 4 o'clock.
CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Linda Kenyon. President Biden and Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu spoke by phone today, but the president isn't offering many details about it.
I had a long talk with Netanyahu today, and it's a private conversation.
Mr. Biden did say he did not ask Netanyahu for a ceasefire in Israel's war with Hamas. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres says a humanitarian ceasefire now is the only way to end what he calls the ongoing nightmare for Palestinians in Gaza. Guterres also called upon diplomats to keep working toward a two-state solution to end the cycle of violence in the Middle East.
I'm extremely disappointed by comments by senior Israeli officials that put the two-state solution into question. As difficult as it might appear today, a two-state solution in line with UN resolutions, international law, and previous agreements
also supports the two-state solution between Israel and the Palestinians. It is a big day for retailers.
I'm Peter King. Retailers call the last Saturday before Christmas Super Saturday for shopping. Retail analyst Mark Flickinger says at least one segment of the industry is hurting.
Talking to people in the toy industry, they're saying with the liquidation of the old Toys R Us, while Target and Macy's are doing a great job selling toys, without a category dominant toy retailer for the first time in nearly 50 years, toy sales are somewhat muted.
That said, the National Retail Federation projects holiday sales will be up about 30% from last year. Peter James, CBS News.
It may just be a white Christmas after all.
Swath of snow that forms late Saturday night into Sunday from parts of Colorado up through Nebraska and South Dakota. It's not expected to be particularly heavy, but there could be some travel problems Sunday morning into the afternoon.
Meteorologist John Carter with Storm Prediction Center. The New York Times reports Russian President Putin may be open to negotiations to end the war in Ukraine. CBS's former Moscow bureau chief is Beth Noble.
I think a lot of people would like this New York Times story to be true and for peace negotiations to start between Russia and Ukraine. This war has resulted in little else than thousands of lost lives on both sides, millions of people displaced, and billions of dollars spent on the war efforts with very little military progress. Let's face it, this has been President Putin's war from the very start, and only he can make real efforts to try to end it.
The war between Russia and Ukraine has been going on for 22 months. This is CBS News.
You don't need a job platform, you need a hiring partner. Indeed lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews, all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Online consultation. Healthcare provider will determine if appropriate insurance. See website for details. Important CT information and prescription required prices based on product and prescription prices.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but it's 95% cheaper, and you can get it online? Just go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the name brand, at up to 95% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but for 95% less. It's the same medication, still prescribed by a licensed medical provider, but with zero copay, no expensive appointment, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
The Golden Globes are in a couple of weeks, and both winners and presenters will walk away with a coveted gift bag filled with the swag of their choice. CBS's Stacey Lynn tells us what's inside.
Over $500,000 worth of lavish stuff to choose from for the A-listers who really can afford it all themselves. The extravagant products and experiences include trips to Paris and Ireland, a chartered yacht in Indonesia, hundreds of dollars of caviar, elite bottles of tequila, even surf lessons with a custom-made surfboard. Stand-up comedian and actor Joe Coy will host the 81st Golden Globe Awards. It's on Sunday, January 7th on CBS and will be streaming live on Paramount+. Stacey Lynn, CBS News.
The holiday travel rush is underway. U.S. Airlines are predicting a blockbuster holiday season without too many cancellations. Airlines have canceled just 1.2% of U.S. flights so far this year. Linda Kenyon, CBS News.
It's 4:05 at the Bay Area's news station KCBS. Sunny highs, upper 50s to mid-60s. Good afternoon. I'm Liz St. John. Here's what's happening. Oakland's NAACP calling on the city's mayor to make public the 3 finalists in the running to become the next police chief. KCBS's Mike DeWald reports the group worries the process has become too secretive.
Oakland Mayor Sheng Tao has the choice to select one of those 3 finalists or reject all 3 and ask the police commission for a new set of names. Who those 3 finalists are has not been released. Oakland's NAACP thinks that should change.
They are starting the process off on a note where a lack of confidence, a lack of transparency will be the major issue.
That's Robert Harris, former general counsel to the Oakland branch of the NAACP.
And one way to build confidence is to expose that person to the community.
He argues the city should do what it did last time, having the candidates appear in a public forum.
Well, the mere fact that they have applied indicates that they're interested, and if they are interested, then they ought to be interviewed by the community.
In a statement, the mayor's office calls finding a new chief a priority and a decision that will be made in a timely manner, maintaining that the finalists aren't identified to protect the integrity of the process. Mike DeWald, KCBS.
Major events can mess with public transit, not just around the event itself, but across an entire city. KCBS's Jennifer Hodges says that's the result of a new study looking at technology, public transit, and the improvements that can be made.
Researchers conducted a study on days that Ohio State had home football games, and they found bus service across the entire city was significantly less reliable for more than 7 hours on game days compared to other days. They used new technology to make that determination.
It's high-resolution data down to the minute of the location of buses in our city.
Professor Harvey Miller is co-author of the study and teaches geography at Ohio State.
The football game affected the reliability of public transit across the entire city for hours afterward. You didn't have to be anywhere even near the stadium if you were a bus rider to be impacted by that event.
Miller says it's relevant because the measures developed by the researchers could be used to analyze any kind of disruption to regular traffic flow and extend well beyond just effects on public transit.
I mean, in this new era of climate change and extreme weather, we're going to see a lot more disruptions to our transportation infrastructure in cities, so we really have to start thinking hard about how to make transit systems more reliable.
Jennifer Hodges, KCBS.
2 boys, aged 12 and 13, died in a traffic collision last night at the intersection of West 6th Street and G Street in Antioch. The 2 were in one of the involved vehicles while the driver of the other fled on foot. The boys were brought to hospitals where they were pronounced dead. Police say speed and reckless driving appear to be factors in that collision, and they are asking anyone with information on the incident to call the Antioch Police Department's non-emergency line. A newly available online portal helps people to find out if their vehicles were towed in Oakland. Previously, the tow company's website directed people to call the Oakland Police Department when asking for information about their vehicles, which took dispatchers' attention away from handling actual emergency calls. City Council member Rebecca Kaplan says she worked with OPD and the Oakland Department of Transportation to make that portal available. Just ahead on KCBS.
I'm Chris Carlo. After the first big round of storms this season, just how quenched is California's thirst? I'll look at the numbers.
Not doing this particular term.
KCBS traffic and weather together. First really check in the 4 o'clock hour. Here's Carolyn Burns.
You know, we'll start out in the South Bay and actually in Cupertino, where on northbound 280, just before De Anza Boulevard, apparently there's a small dog wearing a service vest, and it's running into the lane, so drivers are either stopping or pulling over. So don't be surprised when you see some brake lights in that area. Also in San Ramon, you'll be seeing some activity on that southbound 680 off-ramp to El Costa Boulevard. That's because a motorcycle crashed into the wall right there. It's not causing any backup in the lanes of southbound 680. 580 in the eastbound direction is definitely backed up there. This starts before the Foothill Road exit, about a mile or so, and continues to creep past 680 all the way to El Charro. Maybe folks are heading to the outlets there, but definitely a lot of slow traffic. And now on westbound 580, well, that starts to slow from Tasajara Road, and it continues until you get to 680. Your next traffic update is at 418 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
We're enjoying this beautiful sunshiny afternoon with mild temperatures, upper 50s to mid 60s. The clouds start to return to the Bay Area tomorrow, and then we start to develop a slight chance of rain over the next few days. The big chance of rain really is Wednesday, but temperatures right through Friday just continue to be upper 50s, low 60s. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS. The first big